we're back.
Yes, we are.
This is the prize segment because
Whee!
Tim is a winner.
Thank you.
And he gets that compliment all the time.
Yeah, not so much, but it's nice to hear it every now and then.
If you want to hear how Tim won these prizes that we're about to show on the video segment, you can go and listen to our audio podcast at baconandnays.com.
/Amazon. Wait, no.
If you want to kick a couple dollars to the show,
So Chris can get a new camera.
that's right. Visit baconandnays.com/Amazon. It doesn't charge you anything extra.
Yes.
Here we go with the prizes.
All right, I'm excited.
Your first prize is a regift.
Oh, see, I'm not eating sugar, so I can't have these.
Oh, maybe you can give them to
The cat.
Oh, yeah. Meow. You may hear the cat by the end of this video segment.
Yeah, probably. And you definitely heard him on the audio part. So.
Okay, so
Thank you, Chris. I
this
like candy.
gift is definitely useless to you,
Kinda.
you're saying?
Yeah, well. I've never been a huge fan of Pez themselves.
Right. Me neither, which is why I'm giving them to you. Next prize is
Oh, God. Chuck Norris Delta Force 2 Operation Stranglehold, which is the official Ted Nugent operation. Norris and the Force are back. And wow, at least you only spent 25 cents on it.
okay, I did spend 25 cents on this. Sometimes they have price tags on them and that's not what I actually spent.
Oh, it's got the guy from Untouchables in it.
It does. I forgot about
That
that.
ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, he's the bad guy. I did watch this movie. It is terrible. It's a Canon film, which I don't know if you've seen the documentary about Canon Films, but it's pretty insane, the story behind the guys that made those movies. They like reused scenes all the time, like action scenes all the time. They made movies on a shoestring budget. Most of them didn't ever make any money.
There's a surprising lack of tape in this tape.
It's a short movie.
Okay.
I know that's
Oh,
weird.
115 minutes is almost 2 hours.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I mean,
It's not a long... See, time flies when you're watching bad movies.
yeah, I believe I became very distracted by my phone while watching that.
Did Chuck Norris get eaten by a Sharknado?
No, it does feature something that is in a lot of Canon films, which is the skydiving scene. It lasts way too long. It's the most 80s thing that you can put in an action movie is a skydiving scene.
Man, that really sucks, especially since this movie was made in 1990.
Oh, what? Well, it came out in 90. It was probably from 89. To be fair.
I'll let you... Yeah, sure.
Semantics,
Wait, is
right?
I haven't seen... It's been a long time since I've seen a Timothy Dalton James Bond. We need to see if there's skydiving in any of those.
Oh, I mean, there almost certainly is. And your last prize for this week. And I really want you to get pumped up for what this is, okay? I put it in a folder so you don't see immediately what it is.
Your Help, Your Choice Geek Squad app. It's a...
Okay, so show the picture. It's a signed photo. Who is it?
It's my...
Who is it? Read the top of the letter.
It says... Man, he spells his name weird.
Yeah.
Or he signs his name weird. This is Michael Crichton.
Yeah, it's a signed 8x10
Of Michael Crichton.
Crichton.
So the thing that was throwing me off, like, I was pretty sure this was Michael Crichton.
Yeah.
But he doesn't sign his last name Crichton. It looks like Culiet.
Yeah, I mean, when a lot of times when people sign, famous people, especially when they sign a name, they're like halfway do it because they're doing it really fast. So I don't... So I'll give you some backstory, but read the letter. It has Michael Crichton letterhead, first of all.
Yes, it does say Michael. I'll hide Chris's address.
My childhood home address, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you've had this for a while. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, yeah, it says right there, August 20th, 1999.
Right.
Dear Chris, many thanks for your letter and your kind comments on my work. It helps as I struggle to get the next one out. And he's talking about poop.
I never put that together. Oh my god.
Does anybody live at this home address? Like, is this still your parent, your mom's
No,
address?
no. Yeah, somebody else lives there now.
Your street name is Islam Orada.
Isla Morada. It is. It's I guess Spanish for the Purple Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you read it out loud, it looks like Islam Orada.
Right. I never thought about that really either.
Well, we live in a different time, 2018.
That's true. Yeah. So official official letter from Michael Crichton, and
a signed 8x10
right
of Michael Crichton.
So backstory on the letter. First of all,
yes, please.
Middle school class. It was I believe.
I love Jurassic Park 3 so much.
I believe it was a writing class of some kind, or a reading and writing class, maybe phonics or something like that. But in middle school, I don't know what they call it. But anyway, she as a project, you had to write to an author and tell them what you thought of their book.
Sure.
I read.
I'm just putting I'm gonna use Michael Crichton's face.
I read Michael Crichton's book Eaters of the Dead, which is not appropriate for a middle school.
That was one of my better works.
They remade it into 13th Warrior. I don't know if you know what that movie is.
That's that movie?
Yeah.
Dude, 13th Warrior is a great movie.
Yeah, it stars Antonio Banderas.
Yes, from Islam Orada.
Yeah, and the movie is basically about a group of Vikings, right?
Yeah, it's a Middle Eastern person
gets put into this group of Vikings,
yeah.
And he sails down a river with them. And
I thought that was a retelling of the story of Ivanhoe.
I mean, it might be Michael Crichton's version or something like that. But the book is not appropriate for kids, and I remember writing it and be like, I would have probably liked this more if there was less like killing and stuff in it. But I wasn't really like, that's not what I was into. You know what I'm saying at the time. So now I'm way more into killing.
Yeah, dude, 13th Warrior. If you guys haven't checked out 13th Warrior, that's a really underrated movie. I think, like, if you like Conan the Barbarian type stuff, like 13th Warrior is like good. Antonio Banderas is good in it.
I wonder if they ever covered that on How Did This Get Made.
The music's good in it.
I definitely will go back and check that out. I don't know if I saw it around the time, but I definitely have seen it at some point, but only that one time.
We need to do the Onyx Edge Studios movie night on our Patreon.
We can do that. Maybe we can watch that.
We might, yeah, that might be a thing to do.
That's gonna do it for this prize segment. How do you feel about your prizes overall?
I mean,
are you gonna frame that first of all?
I am. I actually am gonna frame this.
Dude, he wrote Jurassic Park.
He did, and the Andromeda Strain.
Did he? Okay, so super nerd question.
Okay, I don't know if I'll have the answer because I'm not a nerd.
Steven Spielberg, did he write the screenplay with Michael Crichton, or did he just adapt his own version of it?
Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Michael Crichton wrote the novel.
Like, how involved was Michael Crichton in the actual movies?
Oh, I have no idea.
Probably not very, right?
Yeah, probably not.
He got paid like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah, that's
you know
all
that.
Need. Get that fucking money, Mike.
And now you have a fucking sweet autograph.
Yeah.
That thing's in pristine condition, by the way.
That's
I
great.
kept that for almost 20 years.
I mean, there's not a trace of semen on this.
Oh my god. I clapped right in the mic. I'm sorry. Oh boy, that was hilarious.
You clapped right in the mic?
Oh, Michael.
That's exactly what I was talking about. There's no trace of that.
Right. Okay, so before we leave, we have to do our ham and eggers. It's a tradition on the podcast.
You need an opposite of ham and eggers too.
I do?
Yeah, because I think like just the ham and egger part.
Yeah.
It ends the show on a negative note sometimes.
You're right. It does.
And especially like.
Well, I try to do the ham and eggers and then like do a quick like wrap up, sort of like just back and forth about it and make fun of it and that kind of thing.
What would be the opposite of a ham and egger?
Oh, a champion.
Okay, so we'll do our champions and we'll do our ham and eggers.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, new concept on the show. I like it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so since you're the guest, you get to do your first choice on each.
Okay.
So whichever one you want. So of course, ham and eggers go first because we want to end on a positive, right?
Either way.
Okay.
You know what? I think we should do champions first.
All right, fine.
My champion is real life Jimmy because I love Jimmy to death.
Oh wow. That is super positive.
That's right.
Okay, mind out of the toilet. We're thinking positive here. I mean, I feel like I have to go with Michael Crichton.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Look at him.
he sent young Chris Ney. Well, yeah. I mean, he's got those piercing blue eyes.
Look at that. I love the pose too.
He looks like a poor man's David Hasselhoff. Like this could be David Hasselhoff's cousin.
Right. Turtleneck.
And it's actually a kind of a David Hasselhoffy headshot too.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
So you don't Hasselhoff, and you
and Michael Crichton is the champion,
and you don't get a ton of Crichton. So
R.I.P. by the way.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
Yeah, man, he did.
Shit.
That's more valuable.
Yeah. It's definitely getting framed now. Fucking downer. I forgot, man.
Sorry. Oh fuck! We brought champions back down.
No, God did that.
Oh,
that's my application for the Freemasons right there.
Okay, that brings us to our ham and eggers. Speaking of Freemasons,
yes, is that your ham and egger?
Might be.
Okay, my ham and egger for this episode is Bacon and Nate's podcast, Jimmy, because he's a motherfucker.
Oh man, both sides of the coin there.
That's
I
right.
like it.
Fuck that guy.
He's kind of a jerk sometimes.
He's a real contrarian asshole.
Yeah, and I kind of wonder, like, is Podcast Jimmy the one who likes that DC movie? Or was it...
Oh, you think real life Jimmy loves Thor Ragnarok? Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
He watched it on the train.
But it's weird because he gave it to me. So I don't know if real podcast Jimmy gave it to me.
Probably
God, this entire thing is so convoluted.
He has
now.
more than one copy.
He probably does. And that one has semen all over it.
Because why else? If it hasn't been opened, why
Right.
else would he even buy it?
Exactly. Look at his Pophead collection.
Yeah.
And let's see, who's my ham and egger? We covered a lot of stuff this episode. Looking at my little notes here.
I still feel like I need to put Michael Crichton's face over my own for this video. Because, they do that deep fakes now. They, you know about the deep fakes?
No, I don't. What is that?
Man, there's some software that they had on Reddit, like somebody shared on Reddit, and you can basically like scan people's Instagrams. And they were doing it with celebrities, like celebrity Instagrams and
Really?
things like that, to get their pictures of their heads at multiple angles,
Yeah.
and then map them onto porn scenes.
Wow.
There's one of Gal Gadot that's like really realistic looking.
That's pretty creepy.
It's very creepy. Like they're banning it all over the place.
Yeah. Oh shoot!
Now you know.
Yeah.
Oh, they actually did some good with it though.
Hmm.
They were taking Nicolas Cage and just putting Nicolas Cage in a bunch of different movies.
Of course they were.
That was hilarious. There was like Nicolas Cage and Raiders of the Lost Ark and shit like that.
Yeah. Okay, so, gosh, there's even more information to take into account now.
Take that into your weekend.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to go with Ann Coulter. I feel like she has been a prime candidate this entire time, and she was brought up quite a few times on this episode, so it feels like I kind of have to.
I mean, yeah, just because of Sharknado. I mean, and, I guess props to her, because that shark was probably the last time Ann Coulter's been eaten in years.
Yeah, and, I mean, I feel like it's less about Sharknado and more about just her as a human being is fucking awful.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, right?
I mean, as far as I know.
From the top of her head to the tips of her toes, she's a piece of shit.
She's a ham and egger for sure.
That's right.
She might be. I mean, she's got to go into Scramble Mania now.
She's a shoo-in, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, like, who's the bigger ham and egger, Blackface guy or Ann Coulter?
Well,
is the question that we're going to find out at the end of the year.
Well, Blackface guy hasn't been in this round of ham and eggers, though. So
well, eventually there's going to be ham and egger all-stars.
There will be, and Blackface is a sure contender. And Al Jolson is who we're referring to, by the way.
Joel Osteen.
And that's going to do it for this episode. See you next time, everybody.
Bye. Green bean.
That entire last segment had just Tim in it, and that was weird.